Hey guys, welcome back to the Solomon Project, where it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. I'm your host, Richard Burns, and I just wanted to chime in because today I'm going to coin a phrase. This is the first time, or at least the first time I hear it. I haven't heard anybody claim this particular statement I'm about to make or phrase I'm about to make. And that phrase is FBQ. Doesn't that sound exciting? FBQs. You got your FBAs, right? Foundational Black Americans. Well, myself and Vegan Kings are Foundational Black Quisqueyanos. Wow. Okay, let me break it down. So, the first African slaves, keyword slaves, were brought to Virginia in 1619. But those weren't the first African slaves to arrive to this hemisphere. The first African slaves to arrive in this hemisphere was in 1502, which predates the arrival of African slaves to the colonies, to the U.S. colonies, a little over 100 years. Me and Vegan Kings share that lineage. They were brought to the island of Quisqueya. Okay, so Quisqueya is a Taíno word. It's the name given to the island by the Taínos. Now, you've heard of the Greater Antilles, right? If you haven't, that's in reference to the largest islands in the Caribbean. There are 4. 5 separate governments or 5 separate political territories, but 4 islands. You got Cubanacan, also known as Cuba. You got Siamaca, also known as Jamaica. You got Quisqueya, which is also known as Dominican Republic and Haiti. And then you got Boriquén, without the N, Boriquén, also known as Puerto Rico. Now, when Columbus came through, the first settlement was on the island of Quisqueya. I don't know if they had a hard time pronouncing the word because they're not Taíno, but they changed it to Hispaniola. Now, maybe it has nothing to do with the fact that they were able or unable to pronounce Quisqueya, but Hispaniola is more related to whoever sent Columbus over to this hemisphere. Hispanos, or Spain. So it went from Quisqueya to Hispaniola. And in 1502, the first African slaves arrived. Slaves arrived to this hemisphere, to the island of Quisqueya, which is the Taíno name. Hispaniola, you can argue, because that's what the name was changed to by the Spaniards prior to the arrival of the African slaves. Currently today, it's separated by 2 separate governments, the government of Haiti, the government of the Dominican Republic, but we both share the same lineage. So, Vegan Kings and I are Foundational Black Quisqueyanos. I'm keeping it with the Taíno name. So we're FBQs. What do you guys think about that, huh? Yeah, a little over 100 years prior to the arrival of the first African slaves in Virginia, 1619, I think it was. Yeah, 1619. So I hope that was enlightening. We've got a new phrase coined. FBQs, foundational black Quisqueyanos. That's exciting. Well, anyway, I hope you got excited by that. So stay fresh, keep it moist, and keep it profitable.